guys, it's Setsme, and I'm coming to you with a deck profile discussion. This is going to be just a little bit different than what I'm usually doing, mainly because the big cards of the deck, the main archetype of the deck that I'm going to be discussing, hasn't really been updated into the Yu-Gi Pro server quite yet. And this archetype is Burgesstoma. This archetype was just announced for as Korean World Premieres, and essentially this deck is the archetype is a trap deck where it's not exactly like trap monsters let's see here, Statue of Anguish pattern. Uh, like this guy, Statue of Anguish pattern. They're not continuous traps, and they don't necessarily reset like Cyber Gardener does. They're actually traps that summon themselves as monsters, and they are no longer treated as traps. They're inherently water monsters, but they kind of double as traps because they also get destruction effects off of that. Before I go into some of the support cards I wanted to discuss for this deck, I want to just go over the cards real fast. The way I'm doing this is a little bit different. Obviously, you're just going to be seeing just big screenshots of the cards. So, but just assume that as I go through them, I'm going to be playing 3 of each of them. So, just to put that out. Okay, so here they are. Okay, so the first card I want to discuss for Burgesstoma is Burgesstoma Olenoides. These names are gonna get butchered so bad. Its normal trap effect is target one spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. Pretty simple. It's essentially a MST, not bad. And then its second effect is the special summon effect. That special summon as a normal monster. Aqua, water, level 2, attack 1200, defense 0. It's not treated as a trap card when special summon. That's pretty important. And if summoned this way, it's not affected by monster effects. Also banish it when it leaves the field. Yeah, it's like the basic one, the basic Burgesstoma. And it's okay. The next one is Burgesstoma Hallucinogenia. Yeah, it's that is totally going to be censored when that comes over here. But anyway, its normal trap effect is target one face-up monster on the field. Its attack and defense become half its current attack and defense until end of the turn. Decent protection. It's like half decent protection, so whatever. And then its second effect is the regular Burgesstoma effect, where it's not affected by monster effects when it's special summoned as the normal monster, and then banish it when it leaves the field. Third one, Burgesstoma Canada. Normal trap monster effect. Normal trap effect. Target one face-up monster in your own opponent's field. Change that target to face down defense position. It's Book of Moon. And then the special summon effect again. The fourth trap monster, Burgesstoma Picaya. Discard one Burgesstoma card, then draw 2 cards. This is the draw engine of the deck. It's a +1. It's a thinning type thing, so yeah, not bad. And then its second effect is, of course, the special summon effect. The final Burgesstoma is the rank 2 Burgesstoma. Burgesstoma Anomalocaris. It's a rank 2 effect, Aqua Monster, 2400 attack, 0 defense. And then it needs 3 or more level 2 monsters. So if you consistently spam the Burgesstoma monsters, decent. It's got 24, yeah, as I said before, it's got 2400 attack, so pretty useful. It's unaffected by other monster effects, which is very, very good. Once per turn, if a trap card is sent from your spell or trap zone to the graveyard, you can excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a trap card, add it to your hand. Otherwise, send it to the graveyard. Now, while I'm not going to mention this card later, this does work with Backjack. So, it's another card you could possibly play. And then its third effect is once per turn during either player's turn, if this card is a trap card as an Xyz material, you can detach one Xyz material from this card and target one card on the field and destroy it. Very useful. It can really, that's very, very disruptive. So what makes it even better is that it's a generic level 2. So if, yeah, it's not a bad card outside of the Burgesstoma. It's yes, you do need the trap card, but you like the trap card effect. But again, Shape Sister is a card, so if you're playing trap monsters, this is a viable card. So yeah, let's get into the support. Okay, so now that I've gone over what the main archetypes are, I'm going to go over what I would consider really good support of the cards. So for the archetype. So my opinion is that the best really support for the deck would probably be um Gravekeepers and a little bit of ninja. So the little bit of ninja I'm adding in is Upstart Golden Ninja. This guy, once per turn, you can send one trap card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon one level 4 or lower ninja monster from your deck and face up defense position or face down defense position. Obviously, I would send a trap card from my hand to the graveyard, a Burgesstoma card, to special summon another Upstart Gold Ninja. Now, if I have multiple trap cards in my hand, I can send multiple trap cards to keep special summoning Golden Ninja to the field. And I can summon up to possibly 3 from my deck to the field immediately. This is extremely useful because then it opens me up to rank 4 plays, it opens me up to Constellar Tomley M7 plays. It's really a really nice card for the deck. Plus, Burgesstoma cards, as I've said before, can special summon themselves from the graveyard. So Golden Ninja is really useful and really kickstarting that play. Another really good card is Gravekeeper's Commandant. As I said, I want to put a little bit of Gravekeeper in this, mainly because I feel like this is very good support for the deck. Gravekeeper's Commandant, he can discard himself to add a Necro Valley from your deck to your hand. He's also a level 4 monster. That's the fact that he can be a monster and can also be a search and is also a searcher is very significant, so that's why I want to add him. The reason why I'm playing Gravekeepers is because of Necro Valley. Cards cannot be removed from play by Necro Valley's effect. Also, they cannot be moved, but they cannot be affected by card effects except by their own effects. So Burgesstoma cards, if they leave the field for whatever reason, other than I would believe by being dumped as Xyz material, is they would be banished. Necro Valley would prevent that. And they would just get sent to the graveyard, allowing you to reuse them again for rank 2 plays. Necro Valley also doesn't stop them from special summoning themselves from the graveyard. So, because it is their own effect that special summons them. Necro Valley is such a good card for them that it's a decent card in general. So I would want to be able to get this card as fast as possible. Another good card that I would think about using at least, is a Cat of Ill Omen. This is a flip effect monster. It's a really old card. When it's flipped, you can select one trap card from your deck and place it on top of your deck. It's basically a flip effect monster that has a Laval Chain effect for trap cards. However, if Necro Valley is on the field, Cat of Ill Omen lets you add that trap card from your deck to your hand. Now, this can be any trap card that you need. It's not limited to just Burgesstoma cards. This becomes extremely useful if you combine it with cards like Book of Taiyu, because then you can just set it, activate Book of Taiyu, and get the effect immediately. So that is, in essence, this card would be very good. The final monster I would really think about playing in the main deck would only be one Kawaki Maru Power Hand. Now, this card requires you to reveal one normal trap card from your hand in order to keep it on the field during your end phases. Now, it's a 2100 beater with 4. That's a level 4. That's pretty good stats for a level 4 in general. And being able to have a powerhouse like that, and you only have to reveal a trap card that your opponent pretty much assumes that you're using. Yeah, that's pretty good. Plus, it's pretty useful against a lot of the meta, with the exception of some archetypes that are coming out. I mean, we are seeing some attributes that are getting more love lately, like fire and ignites, water and gradles. Yang Zings are all over the place. Just to name a few, the wind types are starting to get more love. I mean, dark and lights aren't as big, other than like the new Blackluster and what's currently in the meta. But as we know, the ban list will probably solve that. So Power Hand may not be as useful in the future, but at the moment, if this archetype were out right now, I would be using Power Hand. Mainly because if he battles with a light or dark monster, any of that monster's effects that activate or apply on the field are negated. So this can get rid of some pretty nasty cards. Like, it would just seal the deal for flip monster effects, such as Shadal's. it would also help you in cases against, let's see here. It wouldn't really help you against Burning Abyss because they activate in the grave, but like the main purpose I would put this in is because of Shaddolls. Obviously I've already gone over Necro Valley. I don't feel like I need to go over that again. The other traps I would consider using are Order to Smash, which allows you to select one face-up level 2 or lower normal monster. All of the Burgesstoma monsters, when they're special summoned from their trap card effects, um, become normal monsters and they're level 2. This is very useful. So you can actually tribute the monster, and it would become even more powerful with Necro Valley. You get to tribute it, and then destroy one or two spell or trap cards on your opponent's side of the field. This is insane. This is great against certain pendulum decks. It gets rid of their scales. Yeah, it's just so useful. Would I consider playing 3? Possibly. I don't think I'd actually play more than 1 or 2, mainly because MST and Galaxy Cyclone are just inherently better. But Order to Smash is not a terrible card to begin with. So yeah, I'm fine with this. This is probably the single most important card that is not a Burgesstoma or Necro Valley card. The League of Uniform Nomenclature. You get to select one face-up level 2 or lower normal monster on your side of the field to activate this card, and special summon from your deck to your side of the field as many cards as possible with the same name as the selected monster. Now, the League of Uniform Nomenclature, this does not specify whether the cards that use special summon have to be monsters. This is fantastic for Burgesstoma because they're trap cards in the deck. If you have a level 2 Burgesstoma on your side of the field, you get to special summon 2 copies of that card from your deck. Doesn't matter that it's not a monster. It just has to be in your deck. Another card I would play is Shape Sister. Now this card is a level 2 Earth, would be special summoned as a level 2 Earth monster. It's also a tuner, which opens you up to some other plays. Yes, you could overlay this into any of the rank 2s that are available to you, or into the Burgesstoma level 2. But it's just another level 2 that you could use, and you could actually mix this with some of the other trap monsters, such as Statue of Anguish Pattern. Would I play this card in excess? No, not really. I'd probably only play 1 or 2 of this if I'm if I really feel like it's necessary. But the fact that it's a tuner alone is really, really good. The last trap card I would really concentrate on playing is Non-Aggression Area. Now, this card really helps you in getting your trap monsters into the field. Into the graveyard so you can special summon them, which is the main issue of the deck. Other than setting them and then activating them, sending them to the graveyard is actually very, very powerful. Having this face down is very good because, yes, you have to wait until your next turn comes around, but it's so stinking useful because the next turn, your opponent cannot normal summon, set, or special summon during his or her next turn. This is so stupidly powerful that just being able to, not only do you get to send one of your trap monsters to grave, one of your Burgesstomas to grave, to use again, to just the special summon, Non-Aggression Area allows you to just completely stop your opponent from winning the next turn. The final card that I actually didn't think about, but now that I'm thinking about it, this card becomes just inherently better, is Temple of the Kings. Now, this card, you can activate one trap card you control during the turn and it's set. Now, a lot of the Burgesstoma cards are really, like, you want their effects to go off, like, very fast, and you want them to go off just, you just really want to, you just want the effects to go off as fast as possible. So having this just really helps speed up the deck. Technically, you could play Circuit. Would I do that? Maybe. Like, if I'm playing multiple Temple of the Kings, yeah, I might play one Beast of Circuit because that lets you send this card and Mystical Beast Circuit to special summon one monster from your hand or deck, or one fusion monster from your extra deck. This can become pretty useful. It can become pretty sacky. You can special summon what's his face, Cyber End Dragon pretty easily with this. It's kind of ridiculous if you think about it. If it goes off, Normally, I wouldn't play this. I play 1 or 2 Temple of the Kings, mainly because it's inherently good in the deck. Um, Before I get into the side deck, what cards I would definitely play in the side deck is in terms of level of rank 2s. I want to discuss some of the other cards that I could possibly play. Book of Taiyu is very useful, mainly because it gets your your Cat of Ill Omen very effect off faster than you normally would. Um, but Mask of Darkness is also a good card, mainly because you get to add 1 trap card from your graveyard to your hand. It lets you recycle your Burgesstomas as trap cards. Um, I would only play 1 Mask of Darkness if I felt like I needed to, but at the moment, it's not really that necessary to play, mainly because recovery from like they special summon themselves from the graveyard anyway, so Mask of Darkness isn't real. It's kind of a little bit overkill. The last card I would play is Judgment of Anubis. Discard 1 card from your hand and negate the activation and the effect of a spell card controlled by your opponent that has the effect of destroying spell and or trap cards on the field and destroying it. After that, you can destroy 1 face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the destroyed monster. This is very useful because it allows you to really just protect your face down cards. If your Burgestomas if you don't want if there are cases when you don't want your Burgerstoma monsters to be sent to the graveyard prematurely, um Judgment of Anubis becomes very, very useful. Not only can you control it if you have a Burgestoma in your hand that you'd rather be in the graveyard than the one on the field, um, this becomes very useful because it negates it, and then you get to destroy 1 face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field, and then inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the destroyed monster. So it does just so much, and it's very, very good protection if you need it. Um, do I feel like it's do I feel like that it's absolutely necessary to play? No. You could probably get away with not playing it. I would play 1 personally, but like it's not completely necessary. Um, so yeah, thank you guys for watching this deck profile discussion. If you have any other thoughts about this, please comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, have a nice day.